Hello everyone, it's Honey Lou. So I am gonna do a haul video, but first I want to share this new mic that I got. It's really cool. So it looks like this. It's a really beautiful pink color. It has, the brand is Zeal Sound. I will share the box here real quick. So I got a new mic and I'm super excited about it because my other one sucked. I had to be really careful with the mic because if I bumped it anyway, I had to like move really slowly. And so it was kind of nerve-wracking, and so I got a new mic. This one was actually cheaper. This one was like $35. And so far I really like this one. And the old one that I got was a Bluetooth one that cost me a little over $50, both on Amazon. So I'll share the mic that I did have, and I don't recommend it. So it's like comes like this. It's a Bluetooth. So you just stick it on your phone, and then it has these you could attach to. But if you bump the mic at any way, it's gonna get bothered. But anyways, okay, so yeah, definitely if you're looking for a new mic, this one seems like it's gonna work pretty cool, pretty good. Okay, so books that I got The Creative Tarot by Jessica Crispin. She written the Spolia Little White Book. Also, there's other two people that did the artwork, Jen May, and then designed by Taro Romeo. So I really like the Little White Book in the Spolia Tarot. But I wanted to kind of like get to know the author more. And then you could see some of the pages. There's like some pages of the Spolia Tarot, so right here. But this book is basically about the Rider-Waite-Smith. So you have the Rider-Waite-Smith pictures right there, and then it's just different interpretations or her perspective of a creative way of looking at each card of the Rider-Waite-Smith. So I thought that would be pretty interesting, and I like the way she writes. I think she writes pretty cool. She's like a really cool author. And then there's like 327 pages long. I haven't read this book yet, but I read a few pages. I read the court cards, and I really like the way she writes. It's very digestible and easy to remember, and just kind of fun and funny. And so, yeah, I do recommend this book. I like the font size too. And then another book I got is The Sacred Sex by Gaby Herstik. She is the writer on the Goddess of Love Tarot. I thought they would be a very compatible match together since I'm working with the Goddess of Love Tarot. This has like a beautiful rose petal finish cover. The pages are like this dark red color, like a brown red. And then the font size is a nice size. There is 335 pages. I haven't dug into this book yet, but I will soon. And then I got another copy of the Book of Thoth. This is a vintage copy of a paperback. This is 1983 right here, I think. But anyways, so I didn't go buying this on purpose. It actually came with a deck that I bought. So it was, I got off of Mercury, Mercari, Mercury. I don't know what it is. But anyways, it's like this vintage Thoth box. And so I mentioned before in my last video that the Thoth, I got a new Thoth that was beat up. And so I wanted to get a backup copy of it because I really like the color green on it. And I wanted to share with you guys. So if you're interested in this copy, I do see it flying around on eBay. And Mercury, I see it on Etsy, I see it off of Abe's Books, and Amazon, Poshmark. But you have to be very careful about looking. You need to make sure you look at the cards, because I know there's like probably 5 different versions of the Thoth that all look different. There's like a lighter version with the same ISBN number, and then there is like ones with 2 languages, there's one with 3 languages, and so you have to look at the cards, but it's easy to tell because this one's a lot darker. But this is the box. It has the ISBN number right here. And you want to look for this address right here, the New York NY 10013. So you want to make sure the letters are small like this, but you got to be careful. And then here's another one that I have with the same ISBN number. And so make sure you ask whoever is selling it to show you the cards. So this one with the larger numbers has the one with the 3 languages. And then you could see, I don't know if you could see if it's a little bit lighter. So in like when it's like more dimmed out, these cards look super dark. And I wanted to compare it with my other favorite dark greenie that I have that I still haven't found a backup copy for is right here. But they're like 2 different greens. So this one is like more of a brighter green. This one's like more of a dark jade green, I would say, like more of like a gray green. So I wanted to compare. Let me see. Okay. I feel like my phone makes them look really detailed, but they're a lot more softer in person. Maybe I should do a flip through of these cards more in the dark time, like when it's more dim, because you can get more of the natural color. I feel like the color isn't really showing up on my camera very well right now. But they're both beautiful and different. So I found out there's like probably maybe like over 7, maybe even more. There was like 7 different printings of the 1983 Thoth Greenie. So there's one with the New York NY, I've noticed. There's a few with the New York Beach. And then there's Stamford CT, that's a 1983 Greenie. And I don't know, there's just a bunch of different printings with the date of 1983, which I think is strange. I don't know why. Maybe because I like these cards. But you could see this one's like more of a different, darker green than this one. But they're both very dark in their own ways. And I do love the coloring and just how this one's like more faded out. They're both very beautiful. But yeah, there's just a bunch of 1983 greenies out there. And maybe someday I'll make a video about all the ones that I've collected or the ones that I've seen. I love this card too on both of them, how they're so different with the colors. It's really beautiful. But just to be aware of that. I'll go up to this next one. The Five of Swords is like one of my favorite cards. I don't know why, but it really is. Every time I see this card, I get excited. And yeah, I don't know. I'm very connected to the Five of Swords. Also, this one I think is really beautiful. I wonder if it's showing up. But this one's like more, has this dark shadow color. This one's more faded out. So I find the swords to be very striking in this version of the Thoth. I love the swords court cards in this one too. The Queen of Swords is one of my favorites. So I like having different editions because I have like new favorite cards of, you know, in different decks, and I really love that about that. This one's more vibrant too. I love how vibrant that one is. This one has an extremely dark border. Don't know if you could see that, but yeah, this one has a lot of inconsistency with the border. Same with this one. I think they all do. But it's really beautiful. And then you could see this one has like this brush. You could see that looks like kind of like a misprint. I don't know if you could see that. Let me see. But this one, you could see there's like these lines. Like it looks like a brush stroke all the way down. And this, if you want this one, all of them are going to look like this. They have like this brush, which I think is very interesting. This one's more faded out. And this one is, I don't know if it's like the actual paint strokes or if it's a printing problem. But I think it looks really beautiful. I also love how dark this one is. I don't like the Prince of Discs. I don't like it in any of them. This is probably like the least card that I don't like in the book of art, in the Thoth Tarot, just because I don't know, it looks very, I guess very earthy, but very blah. I don't know. I think he looks too fuzzy. Like he looks megapixeled or just foggy to me. But I love this card. This one's beautiful. Anyways, so there's a comparison for you guys. Hopefully I could figure out which ones go where. Another deck that I got is the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. This is a vintage copy of the deck. I got it off of eBay for about $14, and it wasn't in new condition, but there's some creases in some cards, but I really love this version of the deck. The gilding feels really nice. It feels glittery, and it's like really nice to shuffle. And but you could see that some of the cards were stuck together, but it doesn't bother me. I think it's very, you could clearly see the cards and the images on this version of the deck. And I just like the way it shuffles. It shuffles really nice. It feels very high quality for a mass market deck. Not that I'm saying that mass market decks don't feel very high quality, but there's some versions that feel kind of like they feel fake in ways, but this one just feels really good in the hands. So the suits are changed. The Gaby is the wands. The purple colors are the major arcanas. The green is the cups, Raphael. And what I like too is that they have the angels representing in all of the cards. They'll either have the angel or they'll have a flag of what card it represents. They'll have those. I like the backs of this deck too. So you could see Michael right there, Archangel Michael. You don't see him in here, but you see the little symbols of him. And then there's Ariel as the pentacles. You'll see her around. You'll see Gabrielle. And then the Empress is Gabrielle. So she is the suit of wands, which is, I think, is really cool. I like the way everything's tied down. You see Raphael right there. I do love the key phrases, and it's an easy deck. So if you can get this on mass market too, it's just that they won't have Doreen's Virtue's name on there. I love this card. But if you do like angel decks, you like cheesy angel decks like me, or if you want a good beginner deck, I think this would be a really good deck to get. Also, the other angel decks by Radleigh Valentine and Doreen Virtue are really nice. But I put my other angel decks back in my bookcase, and this is the one I've been working with every single day. I just really connect with the artwork in here. I love the pink borders on Ariel, and yeah, I think it's gorgeous. I love this card. Key phrases are really nice, and I like the interpretations of all the cards. So if I'm feeling like I can't do a reading for myself and I just want to pull a card that wants to tell me something, you know, I could just read it. And I've been actually using this to read for other people too. So I love it. I love this card too. I love this card too. They're all so beautiful. So that's that. I love this card too. Nine of Ariel. This is the Nine of Pentacles. She looks so beautiful. So highly recommend this deck if you are interested in angel decks. Okay, then I got the Sustain Yourself Oracle. This took a month for me to get. And I really love that it comes in a big box, but also comes with a tuck box. So you could ditch the big box if you want. And then it comes with a big guidebook that doesn't have that much lettering. I heard the cardstock is a lot better in this one, and then this first edition, you still can get that on Amazon, and it is, the cardstock is more bulkier, I heard, but it comes with a smaller guidebook, so they fit nice together. So this one, you just get a little paragraph of each card. I haven't dug into the guidebook yet, but I found that this deck, is very intuitive to read, and I have so much fun just making stories out of this deck. And then it's by James Wanless, who is the creator of the Voyager Tarot. So I love the key phrases, and so far I've been having a good time with this deck. I like the cardstock. It's very nice. I love the backs. It's a really vibrant, earthy deck. The cardstock kind of reminds me of the Goddess of Love Tarot, except for this one doesn't feel cardboardy. This one just feels really good in the hands. It's a fun deck to shuffle, and it's a little bit larger. It's probably like the same size as Goddess of Love Tarot too. So yeah, I think this deck is amazing. Sylvie at Tarot Magpie made me do it, and so yeah, it's a beautiful deck. I'm glad to get it. I am a fan of James Wanless's writing, and his decks are just unique. Okay. I got a pendulum. This is a Rhodochrosite pendulum. It is with a sterling silver chain. It's really beautiful. I got it off of Etsy. It was an investment. Rhodochrosite is a love stone. It's a compassion stone, and for self-love, I guess. But yeah, this was a pretty expensive chain, but I think it was worth the investment because it's a very beautiful pendulum. This is my old one. It's broken. My son likes to use pendulums, so when he forgets something, he will use this, and he'll find stuff like the remote, his shoes, or that's mostly what we use it for, because he's not diagnosed, but I definitely could see that he has trouble concentrating, so this is a fun way for him to actually do his work and to find stuff when he can't remember. But I find it to work really nice too, so I'll put it on like that, and then I'll wrap it like this, and then I'll just use it. Some people have different ways of using pendulums. I like to use it as this way is yes, and then this way is no. So I ask yes or no questions. And what pendulums do for me, or what I assume pendulums do, is I feel like we're all psychic beings, and that our subconscious already knows the answer to questions. So when we use this, I feel like we actually trigger the pendulum to go up or down. Also, you could ask questions of, like, you could make it up of, like, show me yes or show me no, and then you could have it your own way of doing it. But this was by Val's Handmade Imports, and she's really nice to work with. She has an Etsy shop. I will link it down below, and her Instagram. And let me see, I think that's it pretty much. Oh no, I got a gift. So a friend of mine on on YouTube, who makes YouTube content as well, sent me a beautiful gift. It's the Crone Stones. I was really surprised when I received these stones. But I found the stones to be very easy to digest, easy to remember. Like I feel like I already know what each stone means already, and I've only had it for a few days. But it comes like in this beautiful or this bag that fits them. And then it was wrapped up very beautifully with this hemp leaf thing that I'm gonna keep and repurpose. But yeah, so here's the stones. They're all backwards, but I'll show you a few of them. They are like this, what's that feeling? You know, like old toilets. You know, what is that material called? I don't remember, but they feel really good. It's like a ceramic feel. No, maybe they're ceramic. I'm thinking of that starts with a P. I don't know. We find these like stones that were like old toilet, what they used to make toilets out of and sinks. And we would find these like beachcombing, those stones. But I think these are ceramic. But they feel really good in the hands. There's like 30 stones it comes with. And like there's like 5 stones that are associated with something. So let me show. It comes like a good size thing on each of them. And so, okay, so set 1 is about the natural cycle, so you'll get like the moon phases, and then you'll get set 2 is about duality, so you get the love, you get the empathy, you get the teaching, and then you get the set 3, she who inspires, she who nurtures, she who knows. And the set 4 is the activist, and then you'll get the dancer, the weaver, the alchemist. And then the confrontation is beauty of true self, confronting relationships, the unknown, and then, oh, so maybe there is, I don't know how many stones. I don't think there's 3. There must be 3, right? Okay, so the set 6 is communication. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, there's 3 stones to each kind of, you know what I'm talking about. So set 7 is conformity, set 8 is journey, and so on. And there's about the mythologies. Set 10 is universal energy, but I believe there's like 30 stones. I think these are well done. They make a lot of sense. And I find it to be very useful. So yeah, I highly recommend these stones. I will cherish them forever. I like the way she writes too. The author is Crowley Campbell. So yeah, it's very nurturing, very full of a lot of wisdom, and I would highly recommend them. Okay, so the last deck that I want to show is my Kartograme. It came in this beautiful box. I stuck my, it came with like a little, maybe to clean my stuff, but it has like filling inside. It looks like a little Halloween ghost, which was really cute. And then it came with like a little soap bar and then a reading cloth down here. I just stuck my first Kartograme deck in here, the Oswilth, because I don't have a case for that one. Now I kind of regret that I didn't get one. But then it came with a beautiful card that I love. It's by Pablo Radleigh, so she gives you sample cards, and I like that about that. And then I got this beautiful case, and I got the Tarot di Noblet tarot, and it's a whole different experience when you get a case for the deck. It's not in order. I picked out this paper for it, and so I got 1010, and this is the last of the first edition, and then she's going to make a second edition. Also, you can get them customized, but I was excited that I got the last deck of that first edition of the Noblet. And then, so it looks like this, and then it has natural edges, and then this beautiful back. I wanted to compare the size to my other Jean Noblet Paris. So this is like a cleaned up version of the Noblet. This is the facsimile. you could see that there's the stamps right there. And then some of them don't have stamps because this wasn't a full set, a full 78 card deck, so they had to make new ones, or, you know, restore some of them. But anyway, so this is by Jean-Claude Flornoy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right, so pardon my French. But yeah, this is, you still can get this off their website at leetarot.com. I have the 2014 edition. I believe there's another edition out right now. So this one has like a more thicker cardstock. I really love this deck. Like, it's a whole different experience when I first got this deck, because it wasn't like a love at first sight when I saw it online, but I wanted to get it because I wanted to know more about the Marseille history, and this is supposed to be like the first Marseille ever discovered, I think. So this is the type 1 Marseille, but it was a whole different experience when I like first got this deck. Like, I connected to this deck so well, and I didn't think I was going to, because it was more of educational reasons I got it, but I really love this version of the Marseille. It is so cute and spunky. But this is the original, so if you see the stamps, that's the original of the actual, facsimile of the original. So yeah, this is the, I'm losing my mind. But it's so beautiful. So you have the neon colors, and I wasn't expecting this to be so vibrant that it is. And you could see, I don't know, it's just so beautiful. The cardstock feels really good. It's really flexible. It feels good to shuffle too, and it smells good. So yeah, let me just share the deck. So I really love the coloring of this deck, and I love the way it feels in my hands. It's amazing. So I'm really happy that I got this deck. But let me just be quiet now, because I don't... I am just kind of blabbering. So it's kind of easy to tell which one's reversal and not with the stamp right there, but some of them don't have the stamps. Maybe we'll run into a few of them. So this one is a restored version of it, so I wouldn't really be able to tell. Well, yeah, I can because of the swords. This one doesn't have anything, so this would be a little bit confusing for me to figure out what is up and down. Oh, I love that card. Share. It makes me so happy. I don't know, it's just so fun. And I thought I wouldn't like I like the clean-up version, but this one, I love it so much. And the card, yeah, the color is just very vibrant and not muddy. It's just full of color. This one's a restored. So I don't know if Agnes enhanced the colors, or if this was like the actual legit coloring of the facsimile. But I think the little pops of neon red looks really pretty in this deck. I love that too. I love the noses in this deck. Face expressions, it's very loud and happy. The body language, I always just talk about how I love this deck so much. So this would probably be my #1 favorite Marseille in the whole world. So I love the Noblet. I love this card too. Very nice. But yeah, it just shuffles nice. It's nice and quiet. Nice to overhand shuffle. And sometimes I like to lay it out and use my pendulum like that. So they do a really good job at what is that word? Yeah, I am having a lot of brain farts. So I like to just do this and find the cards And then I'll pull like around 3 to 5 cards. Fanning, that's what it's called. It's called fanning. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Please like my video, please subscribe. I appreciate you guys. So yeah, thank you for letting me share what I love and different decks. I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't have a YouTube channel, or nobody would want to hear my stuff. So I'm happy that you guys are here to watch and to support me, and I support you guys too. So thank you. Bye.